Okay, so I gotta tell you this story. And I need you to know up front, I didn't experience this. A priest did. And that priest told someone, and that someone emailed me. So this is like third hand. But stick with me because by the end, you're gonna feel the same way I did, which is kind of freaked out. So here's the setup. This priest, an older guy, has been doing this a long, long time. He's out doing what priests do, visiting the sick, sitting with people at the end. And on one day in the 1990s, he gets called to a room. There's a man in there named Thomas, and Thomas is dying. Now, normally, when you sit with someone who's dying, they talk about regular stuff like family, forgiveness, maybe some regrets, the usual deathbed stuff. But Thomas says something different. He looks at the priest and goes, I haven't slept right in years. And the priest is like, okay, why? And that's when Thomas tells him this story, and I want you to picture this with me, okay? So it's 1994, Michigan. There's this trail, the Manistee River Trail, and it's the dead of winter. We're talking minus 3 degrees Celsius. Brutal cold. The kind of cold where your face hurts just walking to your car. And Thomas, get this, Thomas has cancer. Like, at this point, actually diagnosed, actively sick. And instead of sitting at home, he decides he's gonna go hike alone in the freezing cold. And he makes himself this promise. He's gonna hike until his body just can't do it anymore. Like he wants to feel alive one more time before this disease takes that away from him. Kind of a heavy way to start a hike, right? So he's out there, hours go by, and the woods start getting quiet. Like too quiet. You know that feeling where the birds stop, the wind stops, and it's just silence? And that's when he hears it, a thud. And Thomas, he's quite outdoorsy. He knows these woods. His first thought is, okay, that's probably a bear. No big deal. Except it wasn't. He turns around and he sees this thing standing there. And you need to really picture this because it's not your average, oh, it's probably a bear in the dark situation. This thing is standing upright on two legs like a person, jet black fur, head to toe, amber eyes just locked on him. And then it opened its mouth and shows him its teeth, fangs, real fangs. Its body is muscular but weirdly built, like the torso tapers down, almost unnatural. And here's the detail that gets me every time. It's hands. It's not paws, hands, like a raccoon's hands. So now Thomas is standing there alone in the freezing woods, staring at whatever this is. And his brain does what anybody's brain would do. It says run. So he runs. Bad idea, actually, because the ground is frozen and slick. He hits a root, his foot slips out from under him, and he goes down hard, face first into the frozen mud. And now he's on the ground, winded, and he feels it. A shadow falls over him. He said he could actually smell it. Copper, rot, right there, right over him. So what does he do? He does the only thing he's got left. He closes his eyes, he whispers a prayer, and he waits for the bite. But never comes. Instead, and this is where it gets weird, he hears this crack, like a shock wave, like something just physically hit the air around him. And then a shriek, a whimper, like something got hurt. He opens his eyes and the creature is gone, running away back into the trees like something else scared it off. Thomas has no idea what saved him. He never saw it, never heard footsteps, nothing. Just whatever that thing was, it got scared off by something even scarier. So Thomas survives. He makes it out of those woods, but he's never the same again. For a year straight, PTSD, night terrors. He'd wake up seeing the shape in the dark. But here's the part that actually broke him. This is the part he saved for his deathbed. The actual reason he couldn't sleep for years. He said, and this stuck with me, in the animal kingdom, a predator doesn't just hunt whatever's in front of him. It senses weakness. It can hear a heartbeat that's failing. It can smell sickness before it even lays eyes on you. And Thomas realized that thing didn't just randomly run into him. It smelled the cancer. It didn't see a hiker out for a walk. It saw prey that was already dying. And that's the thought that haunted him for the rest of his life. Not the creature, not almost dying, but the idea that something out there could smell death on him before he even knew how sick he really was. And now, Thomas is gone. The cancer got him eventually. But somewhere out there in those woods, that thing is still out there. And now I gotta ask you, if something out there can smell sickness before it even sees you, what do you think it's smelling right now?